On May 6th, my parents surprised me with this, the 10.2-inch budget iPad. Here is my review of it. The 10.2-inch iPad comes in 3 colors, but I have the space gray one here. It's the only color that comes with black bezels, and I love black bezels. Opening up the box, you see it's pretty simple. You get the iPad itself, a packet with some documentation, a charging brick, thankfully, and a USB-C to Lightning cable. Pretty sure this isn't what we meant when we said we want a USB-C on the iPad, but okay, you get what you get. The iPad still charges via Lightning, and we plug the USB-C port into the wall adapter. Overall, the unboxing experience is very similar to last year's, the only difference being the 20-watt charging brick instead of 10 watts from last year. Setting up the iPad was pretty simple and I had no problems. The build quality is absolutely amazing for this price point. It's made out of aluminium, not cheap plastic. I got the space gray finished, which looks amazing. Aluminium is kind of soft though. I have some very minor chinks already. The front panel is glass with a glass home button. Down here we have the smart connector, which lets you connect the keyboard without using Bluetooth. Overall, the tablet has a solid build with a really nice feel and it's really light. Very quality feeling. On the front you click the home button. The iPad 8th Gen does come with Touch ID, however it's kind of slow. You can see that there's a gap between the actual screen and the front glass. I don't mind it personally, but if you get a white bezeled iPad, it'll be pretty noticeable. The screen is really nice, 2160 by 1620 pixels. At this point, it's pretty sharp. However, when outside, it's nearly illegible in direct sunlight. The camera has no difference in hardware compared to last year's, but the more powerful A12's processing power makes the camera slightly better than last year. It's still pretty bad though, but no one really uses the iPad for serious photography anyway. Okay, A12. This tablet is fast. I felt very minimal lagging and the experience is really good overall. Everything is buttery smooth and opens fast. I have no complaints whatsoever about performance. Speakers are nice but not too over the top. They get pretty loud, but it's exactly what you'd expect from a $329 iPad. Battery life is simply superb. The battery is improved from last year's due to the A12 being much more efficient than the A10. I can get about 1.5 days of light use and the full day of medium to heavy usage. It charges about 25% an hour and fully charges from 0 to 100% in about 4 hours. I just use it for the entire day, then plug it in overnight. Here's the great part. This runs Apple's iOS 14 and software-wise it functions identically to the higher-end models. With Apple, the software experience is the same regardless of price, as long as the hardware can support it. It feels the exact same as the higher-end models and functions really nicely. You can actually get decent mouse support as well as multi-window. However, I wouldn't suggest using this laptop as your only computer since the screen is kind of small. I do use my iPad for most of my stuff now. However, my Mac is still my go-to for more power-hungry tasks. However, if you're a kid, you should be fine. Another good thing about buying Apple is the longevity. This iPad will easily get 4 to 5 years of Apple iOS software updates, and the actual physical body should last even longer. I still know people with iPad 4s and 3s. iPads for 9 or 10 years ago. They'll still function perfectly fine, they just don't get software updates anymore. I plan on using this for note-taking, nothing intensive or software related. If it's just going to be a notepad, I don't really care about software updates and I think this will get me probably past university. Like I said before, I plan on using this mostly for note-taking. Studies actually show that writing notes helps you better understand the content and learn it. I have it paired with this keyboard folio case and this knockoff Apple Pencil. I'll be making reviews for both of these accessories soon. Also, apps. There are a slew of note-taking apps in the App Store and a bunch of free ones like OneNote. However, I prefer the default Apple Notes app, as it's the app that works the most seamlessly between devices. I can write some notes on my iPad and access them from my MacBook. Then, if I need to go on the go, I can take my phone and access the notes from there, which is really cool. This thing is the ultimate note-taking device. All my stationery is here, eliminating the need for a pencil case. I don't need binders anymore since I can just keep all my notes here in folders. Also, iPads have this incredible feature where you can mark up PDFs. So if your teacher gives you a worksheet or something, you can write directly on it, saving the need to print. It also eliminates the need to scan documents. So instead of having to print and scan, I can directly write on the PDF and just send it to my teacher. I think it's really cool. I also use it for reading ebooks. I can download PDF versions of my favorite books, and it can open directly in the Books app. It'll also save where you are, which I think is pretty cool. The Apple ecosystem makes this iPad much better. Sure, this iPad is a great standalone device. You do not by any means need to have an iPhone, a Mac, or an Apple Watch to make this better. However, you do get more value if you have a Mac, iPad, and Apple Watch, because this way you can answer calls from any of your devices, send and receive text from any of your devices, airdrop and share files between devices, and with iCloud you can sync all of your files, which I think is incredible. It's not just a series of 4 products, it's a whole connected ecosystem. This iPad also makes it easier for me to manage my YouTube channel. It's more convenient than a laptop, but not as small as a phone, and it's incredibly light. If I could only use one tech product for a year, then it would probably be this iPad. Overall, this tablet is very solid. Build quality and battery life are both excellent. You get the same software experience as the higher end models, and you get a huge library of apps. Don't forget the years of support Apple will provide. This, in my opinion, is everything you need in a tablet. Alright, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video or it helped you, why not subscribe? It's free and I'll be bonking my head for every sub I get. Come on, just click that red button. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. You got this. Besides, if you don't like my content, you can always unsubscribe. Alright, peace.